welcome back to the channel today. Here we go. Let's get into this review. My review of Magic Kingdom, one of the most iconic theme parks in the world. Located at the Walt Disney Resort in Orlando, Florida, Magic Kingdom is home to many classic attractions, immersive lands, and some of the most recognizable experiences in theme park history. We're going to take a deep dive into everything. Lands, rides, food, atmosphere, whether Magic Kingdom still lives up to the hype. First impressions. So your first impressions, as you walk into Main Street, USA, you're immediately hit with that classic, nostalgic Disney magic. Main Street, USA sets the tone with a turn-of-the-century theming, music, shops, and incredible views of Cinderella Castle at the end of the street. One of the most iconic park entrances anywhere in the world. It really sets the stage for the rest of the day. Now, park lands and layouts. You have Magic Kingdom is divided into several lands with its own theme and its own attractions. Adventureland, a jungle-inspired theme with the tropical vibes, and a heavy theme to adventuring and discovery. Frontierland, the old Wild West section of the park with classic rides. Liberty Square, colonial America, and home to the Haunted Mansion. Fantasyland, the heart of Disney storytelling, with the new Fantasyland section as well, making it one of the largest themed lands in the park. And Tomorrowland, the futuristic view of the future. Each land feels distinct, and the transitions between them are seamless. And something that Disney prides themselves on, and they do that better than any other park in the world. Classic attractions. Magic Kingdom is built on its classic rides that have defined theme parks for generations, such as Pirates of the Caribbean, a storytelling masterpiece with immersive sets, iconic scenes. Haunted Mansion, one of the most beloved dark rides ever created. It's a Small World, a classic Disney experience known worldwide for its catchy theme, and sometimes many people say the theme is annoying. But with Mary Blair's art, it's absolutely gorgeous. Jungle Cruise, a humorous guided boat tour through an exotic environments. Iconic to the 10th degree, okay? These rides aren't just about thrills, they're about storytelling and atmosphere and nostalgia. Now, they're thrill rides and headliners. While Magic Kingdom isn't a thrill-heavy park, it offers some standout attractions, such as Space Mountain, a classic indoor roller coaster that's in the dark that feels like it's going way faster than it is because it's dark. Big Thunder Mountain, a out-of-control, fast-paced mine train ride with amazing theming, which is currently under refurbishment and will be opening up shortly with more enhanced theming. It's going to be closer to, I believe, Disneyland's Big Thunder Mountain, which is one of the best ones of the Thunder Mountains out there. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, a swinging family coaster that's smooth motion with detailed scenes, 2 drops. It's great. Always has a long line. And the cars, they rock back and forth. It's really fun to do. TRON Lightcycle Run, a modern, high-speed launch coaster with one of the newest additions of the park, and it is so much fun. It is a little short, though. I wish that it was a little bit longer, had some more indoor scenes, and just one overall longer. Its launch is great and feels really punchy because of the way that you are seating in the configuration, so it feels a lot faster than it overall is. These rides just add enough thrill to balance out the park's focus on family-friendly experiences. Shows and parade. Entertainment is a massive part of Disney's experience and a huge part of Magic Kingdom's experience. From daytime parades to nighttime spectaculars, there's always something that's happening, such as the nighttime show over Cinderella's castle, which is the highlight of any visit, combining music, projection, pyrotechnics into a truly memorable experience. And for a tiny bit of a tip, if you would like to ride some rides and get some nice rides in, If you ride during parades and nighttime shows especially, the lines are a little bit shorter. Food and dining. Magic Kingdom offers a variety of dining options, from quick service meals to themed restaurants to even being able to dine inside Cinderella's castle. You can find classic theme park foods. Also, you can find unique Disney snacks throughout the park. While it may not be the top food park at Disney, there's still plenty of great options to enjoy throughout the day, such as my favorite, Skipper's Canteen. It is themed to where the guys from the Jungle Book eat on their lunch breaks, and it's so good. The food is good. It has some of the most adventurous cuisine within the park, and I really love Indian, Korean, Japanese. I love Chinese, those type of foods out there. Food that is not American and is different from what we have. It's so yummy, and it also excels over top of just standard theme park food like pizza and a pretzel. It just gives you some variety in the day if you want something a little bit more adventurous and different. I love eating at Skipper's Canteen, and you can always get a reservation. I do think that's partially because of the adventurous menu type, but it's not too adventurous where you can't find something. Now, with Disney, there's a lot of planning you need to do before you do your trip. You have to think about the crowds, your strategy, and anything that you want to get done in the park. You can watch many of the Disney influencers out there in the sphere of Disney. There's lots of them, DFB Guide, etc., Tim Tracker, all of these vlogs that are out there. They're great, and they will bring you tips and tricks to go to the parks, and you can see the parks through their eyes and get to see what you're doing. And it really does help you to understand when are the best times to visit Disney. Now, with Disney, there is no really slow time anymore because they have tiered pricing for their tickets, and that kind of unlocked there is no busy time now because people see the ticket prices and want to go when it's cheaper. So now those time frames, that time frame where it would be slower, like say January after the holidays, January, February would be slower, are no longer slower. It also doesn't help that within Orlando, there's not really harsh winter. It's good weather throughout the year there, and people will come, and their winters are less harsh than other places throughout the US. So people will come at all times of the year. So Disney is always crowded. And with its overall popularity as well growing, it's become more and more popular and more of a destination to visit. People are seeking it out and are coming to visit the park. So it's even more crowded because of that as well. So here's some tips and tricks. Magic Kingdom is one of the most visited theme parks in the world, so crowds are a big factor. Make your most of your visit. You're going to arrive early, and you're going to hit those major attractions like Tiana's Bayou, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, TRON Lightcycle Run. And for this, you're going to want to choose, what I typically do is you're going to want to choose a land to start in. So you want to start in Adventureland, or do you want to start in Frontierland, or do you want to start in Fantasyland, or do you want to start in Tomorrowland? You're going to start with that land, then you're going to choose the biggest things within those lands and go to those. Start with the big rides and work your way through the rest of those attractions while the lines are lower. That's one way of doing it. Or the other way of doing it is then you hop from those big attractions throughout the different lands, get them done. Like go straight to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, then hop on Tron, then hop on Tiana's Bayou, and then hop on Jungle Cruise, right? So you just go around the park and hop onto them. And you can use the My Disney Experience app, and you can see in there the wait times and how long the stuff is and all of that type of stuff, so that you can really get the best out of your experience there. I definitely suggest using that. You're going to use Lightning Lane strategically, so you want to make sure that you get the most out of your Lightning Lane. Now, Lightning Lane is an additional cost. And it's not a high additional cost, but it is an additional cost, and it is something that is definitely unfortunately necessary for Disney. If you're a local, not so much, but if you're there for once in a lifetime vacation, you're going to want to use it. And thankfully, it's more affordable than many other of the skip the line attraction type things at other parks like Six Flags or Universal. They're much more expensive than Disney's, but Disney's does have some caveats to it, and you have to learn how to use it. So I would suggest checking out videos on Disney's Lightning Lane to figure out how to get the best out of it and to get the most for your buck. You're going to take breaks during peak afternoon hours. So like I said, you could then either go to your hotel and go back to if you're staying on property, go back to your hotel, eat there, go swimming for a little bit while the lines are the heaviest. Or the option is to eat in the park, take a break from the lines, and chill out. You can watch a parade. You can do that if you'd like. But you could also use the strategy that I said earlier in the video, where, especially at night, not necessarily during the daytime parade, but at night, you can go and ride a bunch of rides real quickly during the fireworks. Like on our most recent trip to Disney, we rode a bunch of stuff in the back of the park in Fantasyland during the fireworks to get stuff done, and we rode Dumbo like 3 or 4 times in a row. We just stayed on. They allowed us to stay on because there was no wait, and we watched the fireworks from Dumbo. It was so really cool to see those fireworks, to get really good views of them, and like there's no one blocking your view because you're in your little flying carousel thing by yourself, and so like it's really great. Like I definitely recommend, if you want to time it that way, time a roller coaster, time Tiana's Bayou, something like that, something to give you a view. You could if Astro Orbiter is up, you could do Astro Orbiter or the People Mover. There are many rides within the park that give you some views from the castle during that show. It would be cool if you're like that, or if you rather, you can go and see the show. And that's the cool thing with Disney, is you can mix and match and do your vacation. If you're spending multiple days in Magic Kingdom, you can choose some days to do the parade, some days to do the nighttime shows. What me and my partner did while we were there is we chose to not see the shows, nighttime show. But except for when we went to California Grill, we carved out time to eat there, and we saw the fireworks show from California Grill. It was amazing. It was definitely very expensive, so it's definitely not in everyone's budget to do California Grill, but we were staying at the Contemporary and it made sense, and the goat cheese ravioli is iconic and so good. So good. Now, you can stay for the nighttime. That's one thing you can also do to have a good tip, is the park is best after dark. So Magic Kingdom is so gorgeous during the day, but it just transforms into this just other place at night. Adventureland lit up at night, Tomorrowland, especially Tomorrowland at night, and then you got the fireworks, the nighttime spectaculars, and all the stuff that's going on. It's just gorgeous. So I definitely recommend, if you don't want to go during the day because it can be quite crowded, it can be also hot during the day, you could always do one of Disney's water parks, or spend time at your hotel if you're staying on property, or you could go do another park too. I mean, all the parks are kind of busy, but sometimes there are some less busy parks, like Animal Kingdom is generally less busy than Magic Kingdom on any given day. Now, it is the farthest from, I believe, Magic Kingdom and the other resorts and parks, but you could go there. Planning ahead can make a huge difference in your experience. I have done Disney so many times now that you could just do it in my sleep, but there is a method and a trick to this madness that I think that plenty of other YouTubers and influencers have given out many tips and secrets, and I don't really have that many to say. I'm just going to say use your time wisely. If it is possible for you to do open to close, so rope drop as they say, which is opening, getting there, and then staying until they close, it definitely works. And when you have the parks are open for so many hours, you can then take that big chunk when it's really busy to take a second to breathe, eat, relax, go swimming, have some fun, just make the most out of your vacation. And if it's your first time going, I definitely recommend watching some videos online of like how to get the best out of your Disney vacation, because you want that magical experience that everybody says they want when they go and everyone wants to get. You don't want to mess that experience up. Now also another thing is that you're going to get exhausted and tired on your Disney trip. It's going to happen. You're going to hit that breaking point and power through it. But ultimately, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's one of my favorite places to visit, one of my favorite theme parks to visit. I love Magic Kingdom. I have been going since I was a kid, and I'm just happy that I'm able to go every so often, and I'm very grateful for that. Overall, final thoughts. So, what do I think about it? Magic Kingdom is the definition of classic theme park experience. It really, along with Disneyland, built what other theme parks and other amusement parks try to replicate and do replicate. It is one of the best service from cast members, the level of entertainment, the level of theming, the level of immersion. It may not be as high as something like Epic Universe now, where the attractions feel a little bit more dynamic, feel a little bit more themed, and feel more immersive overall. But you have to remember that Magic Kingdom started this all along with Disneyland. And so they are immersive, but they're not to the level of something like Epic Universe because they're from their time frames. But in many cases, these attractions are better than a lot of the ones at Epic Universe. And it doesn't always have to be about the newest method, the newest way, the newest animatronic, the newest thing, right? Doesn't always have to be about that. Sometimes nostalgia and just a good old Disney dark ride is what you want. And they started this industry. They helped carve it. I mean, they didn't start the industry, but they helped carve out the industry. They really set a precedence in this industry and are constantly innovating, and they're adding new attractions. They got rid of Rivers of America, which really hurts, and are adding a new revitalization project to Magic Kingdom to add Villains Land and the Cars Experience Land too. And those attractions will help innovate and help make Disney feel like it is keeping up with the times, keeping up with the trends, keeping up with how everything is going and all of those things out there, and not leaving Magic Kingdom in the dust. Disney always pays attention to its future, which I think is something that a lot of parks should look at, is what is my future? What can I do? What can I stay in the game? What can I do to keep it up, right? You have a park like Hollywood Studios, which is very much toe-to-toe with Universal. So it's cool that hopefully we will be getting lands like that are at Hollywood Studios in Magic Kingdom. Finally, we'll get those immersive experience. And that's why I like Disneyland a lot, because Disneyland has those super immersive lands within its format, within its footprint, and Magic Kingdom is based off of Disneyland because Disneyland came first. It may not have the biggest thrills, but what it offers is something more important. It offers storytelling, atmosphere, and timeless attractions that appeal to all ages and for ages, okay? Haunted Mansion, hands down, one of the most iconic attractions ever, one of my favorite Disney attractions, will stand the test of time and goes just above and beyond in some ways, and just is classic, and is why we have so many ghost trains out there and so many haunted house attractions out there model after Haunted Mansion. But it's classic, does not feel like it's from when it was built. It's timeless. Most iconic rides to unforgettable experiences, Magic Kingdom continues to be the most magical places you can visit on Earth. Thank you for watching this full review. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more theme park reviews, POVs, and travel content. Also, tell me what is your favorite attraction and why in the comments at Magic Kingdom. Like I said, my favorite attraction is Haunted Mansion. Why? Because I love haunted stuff, I love horror stuff, I love spooky stuff, and I have loved it since I was a kid. And I used to find it truly terrifying when I was little. It was so scary. I remember when we would get stopped in the doom buggy for someone who needs the thing to be slowed down or something like that. We'd be stopped and I would be like freaking out with my mom. But if we were moving, I was good. But as soon as we stopped, I was like, oh no, it's going to come to life. They're going to come get me. And it's so good. It's so good. And now, obviously, I'm not that scared of it, but I ride it I ride it every time I'm there. I ride it several times when I'm there. I mean, one time, I think, when I was at Disney, I rode it like 10 times in a row. So, like, yeah, crazy, right? Love Haunted Mansion. So, thank you for watching. And if you stood around to hear my Haunted Mansion rant, thank you. Enjoy this wonderful day.